Hello everyone, I'm Mike Levin of MikeLevinSEO.com, and I'm here to talk about one of the very fundamentals of business and human nature, which is the customer acquisition funnel. Now it's really so fundamental because of a principle that Peter Drucker used to explain as the purpose and mission of any company is to get and keep customers. I'll use the term customers. In my business we use clients more often, but any way you look at it, they are some form of customer. And even though I'm going to draw a funnel today, I'm going to show it as if it were a graph with the vertical being original source. Original source of your contact with the prospective customer. And on the horizontal is going to be number of people. And within that, I'm going to draw a funnel. Okay, so the funnel looks a little bit wider at the top than most people like to draw these things, because you're really reaching out to as many people as you can. No matter how targeted your endeavors are, the entire world of prospective customers are your target. So if the bottom of the funnel is really just about this thin leading out to actual converted customers, the mouth of your funnel looks like this. Similar from the other side. Much wider and then narrowing down dramatically. Okay, so why do I make that point? Because unless you personally talk to everybody who talks to somebody else who becomes your customers, the thing that's original source is probably search. Now, how large of a portion of the funnel is search? Well, truth is, it's very wide, but very thin. Search goes across something like a layer like that. And what is that really? Well, that's the people who have inquiries in their head and where do they look? Well, they turn to Google and they perform searches. That is the traditional mouth of the acquisition funnel. Well, I myself have been on the bandwagon that social is bigger than search, because word of mouth is a driving force that is as old as humanity itself. The grapevine, whatever you want to call it. People tell people things that are worth talking about, sometimes that aren't worth talking about, but that is a much, much larger part of your funnel. And we'll draw that like this. This is social media. Many more people as far as original source. More people are going to find out about you from social media than search if you've got a decent product or service worth talking about. But it's going to narrow down the number of people who actually say, yeah, that's something I'm interested in. Let me stick with you. And now, after there's been a lot of exposure to you, a lot of people would say that's when more of the formal customer relationship management and the sale and conversion takes place as quickly as possible. And this is where the more Seth Godin-esque activity comes in, because you can keep relationships spinning with lots and lots of people. That, by the way, I should label this social. and that's your Facebook and your Twitter activity of the world. But in here, this is your tribe. And they're not even necessarily people who have become customers yet. They're people who love what you do or are users of your product. So who pays for using Google? They're trying to get you to pay for using Google in various ways, like increased Google Drive storage. But everyone who just searches on Google is a user, not a customer. So that would be under the category of tribe. Facebook users work much the same way, not spreading the word through Facebook, which belongs up here, but actual fans of Facebook. You don't spend any money on it, but they've got you on the hook. It's an important objective these days to build tribe. So once people hear about you through first touch, have some knowledge of you, they know you exist, they actually like what you do to the point of becoming engaged and involved and having a lot of interactions with you. And then finally, it gets to something where you have a relationship directly with them because they are likely to become an actual customer. And that, whatever you want to call it, CRM, Customer Relationship Management. They're not really customers yet, they're prospects. But that is the business of converting prospective customers into actual customers. And then the high touch back and forth that takes place. Let me use orange for that. The high touch back and forth that takes place, and they finally come out a customer. Now, the final point I want to make about SEO and how it fits into this is a static picture. There is a fixed number of people who will ever come in and find you according to this scenario. Your website is a certain size. The topics that you've talked about and published on are fixed. So what you do is you extract all the learnings. You extract all the learnings from everything. These are learnings. And you take what portion of it can and should be made public, and you sink it back into the thing that's responsible for the size of this blue strip that represents search. And you increase the size of the mouth of your opportunity funnel, bringing in more people to the entire process, increasing the size of the funnel. And that, happily, is a rinse and repeat process by expanding the topics you take on, by talking about more things that the tribe is telling you that they're interested, that they want to hear you weigh in on. And so, since I just launched my website and it's one page, MikeLevinSEO.com, I am very concerned with getting to something that looks a lot more like this than my one-page website, so that I can keep my sales pipeline filled and have a great ongoing business that serves you, my client, the best I possibly can. So, thanks for listening, and please, if you're interested in stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe.